What's good? What's good? I'm back. Yours truly, one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and much, much more. Today, I'm going to react to a video of a TikToker, an obese TikToker, saying that all obese people should get a free extra seat when they fly. But before we do that, though, I want to give you a word from Dizzle.
Dizzle ain't no joke, got me addicted, ain't no coke. Let's just have a toast. Anybody want some smoke? Cause it's up, I be dizzled up. Catch me sipping with my double cup. Can't just have one, you gotta double up. You pour it, gotta watch it bubble up. I ain't gon' lie, I cannot get enough. When Caddy said I need another one, gon' have you coming back for more. But go get it while it's hot, before it be sold out in your stores. That Dizzle.
That's right, that Dizzle. Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave, tequila, French cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Just throw your Dizzle on ice, and it's nice. If you want to order your very own bottle or bottles of Dizzle premium luxury liqueur, go to dizzlebrand.com, click on our locations, and click on one of the top 3 website links. I recommend Emilio's Beverage. Below that's locations in California, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Arkansas. And Arkansas right now is the #1 state for Dizzle brand sales. Also, you got the Dizzle brand t-shirts, as you see right here. Go to dizzlebrand.com, click on merchandise store, or go to etsy.com and search for Dizzle brand, or etsy.com/shop/Dizzle brand. That's etsy.com/shop/Dizzle brand. Okay, let's get into it. Plus TikToks. Plus size TikToker complaining because obese people should get a free extra seat when they fly. Let's get into it.
Travel and why I think every plus size traveler should get a free second and even third seat on an airplane, then you better keep watching and sign my petition to make some real change. Let's just state facts. Plus size travelers need more space. And many people agree that plane seats are too small, even for the average size person. As a plus size traveler myself, I know how uncomfortable and unsafe it can be to squeeze into a tiny airplane seat. We are not asking for special treatment or luxury accommodations. We simply
pump the brakes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's what she just told a blatant lie. She just spewed horse shit, bullshit. She said they should get a free second or third seat, even a third seat, but you're not asking for special treatment. And yes, I do agree that the seats could be a little bit bigger. It could be a little bit bigger and whatnot. But when you ask it, when you say we should get a free second, maybe even a third, yeah, that's special treatment. Let's keep it moving.
We want enough space to travel comfortably and safely without fear of being discriminated against because of our size. It's truly
what fear of being discriminated against. A bunch of bullshit. It's like, what about the fact that you take up more space than the average person? What about that? What about you're invading the space of another person who bought their seat? That's the thing. It's all about they feel uncomfortable, their fears. What about the average person who might feel uncomfortable because, you just said it yourself, the seats aren't big enough, but you're taking up most of the space. Let's keep it moving.
That simple. If you agree that every traveler deserves to fly comfortably and without fear of discrimination, then go ahead and please sign my petition and share it with everybody that you know. Let's work together to make air travel more inclusive and accommodating for everyone.
Accessibility is for everyone. No one should feel ashamed or embarrassed for using the tools they need to navigate the world. Your worth is not determined by your size.
No, I'm sorry. Um, I'm not the most healthiest person. I'm not over. I'm not. I'm not. I got a gut. I got a little rolls going in the gut. I definitely could be in a lot better shape. Do I feel a little shame there? Yes, I do. Yes, I feel a little shame there. Um, like what all I'm hearing is a lack of accountability in society. And if you're not willing to take accountability for your mistakes, then you should feel ashamed. You should feel ashamed if you're not willing to take accountability for your mistakes. Um, like this, nobody gets to be super obese without just get to a point where they just give up on trying to take care of themselves. Like a lot of these people get to this point because they overeat, they don't exercise, they're very lazy, they have no ambition and determination to do much of nothing. They let it just get so out of hand that it's almost a point that you can almost not come back from. Because some of these people just get so out of hand and overweight. And, it's not healthy. Of course, according to experts and doctors and health nuts and organic food nuts. And, I thought organic food nuts were the same pretty much people as the climate change nuts. And they seem to think being overweight is healthy. I'm a little confused on that one. Let's keep it moving.
Or ability. You deserve to feel comfortable and confident wherever you go. Using mobility aids is a sign of strength and self-care.
Hold up, man. This idea I'm supposed to feel confident when I'm super duper overweight. Stop it, man. Stop it. Because if I get any more of a gut than I already have, hell no, I'm not going to feel confident. I'm not going to feel confident about my parents and about myself. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, yo. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. Like being in shape is just more attractive. It's more attractive, and it's also healthy. It's the healthy, common sense, common knowledge thing to do. But that's the thing. We're changing the definitions of everything. We're moving a goalpost on everything. Now I guess we're changing what's common sense and what's not. Nope, we don't get to do that. I'm sorry. Let's keep it moving.
Not weakness or defeat. Don't let anyone make you feel otherwise. Don't let
I gotta stop, man. This letting yourself get overweight and out of shape is a weakness. It is not a strength. Like what the fuck is going on with these people, man? What the hell is going on with these people? Where like I'm sorry, like you just saw this person, they can't even walk. What are they supposed to be confident about? You can't even walk. What job can you even hold down? That doesn't sound like. And if they're that undisciplined, I can only imagine that they're not self-employed. They have no ambition, no determination, no goals in life whatsoever. Like that's the thing with me. Why do I got a gut? I got a computer gut. I got a computer gut. I do too much walking every single day to really get any bigger than I am. I've literally held this weight down for a long time. I got hit by a car, was laid up in bed for months, and I didn't let myself get out of hand with that. Soon as I was able to, I literally broke my femur and broke my foot. As soon as I was able to get back walking, I was walking, man. Like, and that's the thing. I was always a person who walked more than anybody else. anybody knows me, I'm like a down south person with a New York mindset. I've never had a car. Never had a car. Never wanted a car. Never felt like I needed a car to advance in life. And I literally walk just as much after I broke my femur and broke every toe in my foot as I did before I did. You know, it's so yeah, like you could give me every excuse in the book about why these people get to the point that they get that overweight, and I won't accept it because it's nothing but excuse, but no solutions. I don't accept excuses, period, in life. None. Zilch. Nada. I only accept solutions. You give me excuses, it's going to go through one ear and out the other. I don't got time for excuses. I got time for solutions. I'm a solution
Anyone
guy.
else's opinions or judgments hold you back from living your life to the fullest. You are capable and worthy of.
What a bunch of horseshit. It's not nobody else's opinions and judgment that's holding you back. It's you being overweight that's holding you back. Because look at this. You can't even walk. You can't even do what really, you know, everybody else can do to really enjoy life. How can you really enjoy life if you can't even walk properly like that? If you're too overweight to walk, how can you enjoy life? You've made things harder on yourself. Like that's a bunch of horse shit that somebody's opinion is what's making it harder on them. No, it's the fact that they're overweight and they can barely walk.
All the things you desire. Your body is worthy of respect and care, regardless of its size or shape.
All right, guys. So on this episode of Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff World, we have to talk about a plus-size influencer by the name of Miss Jaylene Chandler.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff.
Who has accumulated fame on TikTok playing victim, right? Because she is plus size and she feels like the world is not built for plus size people, okay? That she's been discriminated against because she's overweight, right? And in this case, you know, she is probably far more overweight than the average overweight person, okay? I'm just saying. But she feels like that airlines, okay, are not treating plus size people properly. In fact, she says that she's been discriminated against. This is not the first time I've done stories like this. But she feels like the airline.
All due respect, I do gotta throw this in there. So we're supposed to just accommodate all plus size people on an airplane. Not trying to be funny or nothing, but you do know there is a weight limit on flying. Let's keep it moving.
Airlines not only should protect big people from harassment, but they even need to go as far as to offer free seats for plus size people, okay, and refunds for plus size people who have to purchase upgrades in order to fly comfortably on their flight. Take a look.
Have you heard stories of plus size travelers being ridiculed, humiliated, or even removed from flights because of their size? It's a common fear among the plus size community, and it's absolutely unacceptable. Join my petition calling on the FAA to require all airlines to have a written official customer of size policy for plus size travelers. This policy.
This is what pisses me off when they say plus size community. This shit is not a. They act like it's a culture, like like it's a cool culture thing. Like, oh, let's all be overweight and plus size. And never is the solution losing weight and exercising. That's never the solution. That can't be the solution. Losing weight and exercising. The solution has to be you have to accommodate to our mistakes. You have to accept our mistakes. Let's keep it moving.
Will provide accessible additional seats, clear communication, reimbursement, accommodations, and employee training. As my petition states, all plus-size passengers should be provided with an additional seat or 2 or 3 depending on their size and need during a flight for comfort. Under this policy, airlines should also offer a straightforward refund process for those who are buying additional seats.
My bad, I got it wrong earlier. She said they should be offered additional 2 seat or additional 2 or 3, meaning they should have the whole section to themselves. They should have 4 seats to themselves because you made the mistake of not exercising, being lazy, overeating, and letting yourself get overweight, or your parents did. Your parents didn't discipline you, because a lot of it starts with the kids when they're young. They're overeating, they're overweight. They're not exercising, no discipline because the parents just let it go, just let them go. Keep it moving.
Under this policy, employees must be trained to handle sensitive situations and provide appropriate customer service. Sign this petition to demand that airlines take concrete steps towards making air travel more inclusive and accommodating for all passengers. Let's ensure that everybody can fly comfortable without fear of discrimination. Sign my petition now. Link in bio.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't cover people who, her whole petition doesn't cover people who actually could fit in the seats. Even though I do agree, like the seats are, but how big? I mean, how big does she think the seats can be? The plane is only but so big. What are we supposed to keep making the planes wider and wider and wider to fit? The wider and wider and wider people. Like, come on, man.
Boy, these grips are getting more creative by the day, right? I mean, like, let's be honest. This is a grip, okay? This is a grip. This is, look at me. I'm fat, right? I'm obese. Boo-hoo. Obese people are marginalized. We're discriminated against. And we're going to make all these demands and changes because we need something to fight for, right? We need something to boo-hoo, whine, and complain about. Incredible stuff, right? Social media is a hell of an invention. It has really allowed people with no talent or people who contribute nothing really positive to humanity to have a platform and a voice. It truly is fascinating stuff. So let's read about this because, again, this person is making a lot of demands here, and she's going super viral for basically demanding special rights and privileges for obese people. So without further ado, let's get into it. A plus-size travel social media influencer demanded that airlines better accommodate larger passengers when traveling. Jaylene Chaney from Vancouver, Washington, started the change.org petition, quote, demand for the FAA to protect plus-size customers, detailing several demands to ensure larger passengers can fly without issues. Chaney kicked off the petition claiming she and her fiance were subjected to discrimination on a recent flight from Pascal, Washington to Denver, which roughly takes just over 2 hours. She claims other passengers refused to sit next to them, with the pair receiving hateful comments and disapproving looks while traveling. Quote, as plus-size travelers, my partner and I have unfortunately experienced discrimination and discomfort while flying, the content creator wrote in her petition. The influencer wrote it was not the first time she felt discomfort.
Oh, wait. So it's not discomfort to the people sitting next to you that you're probably taking up space from their seat that they paid for. I mean, it's amazing how these people only think about themselves and don't think about the fact you're invading somebody else's space that paid for their seat and taking up their space and possibly making it uncomfortable for them, because you're overweight, because once again, like the plane is only so wide, so I guess we're supposed to give her a whole middle row by herself just so she could feel comfortable, to be honest with you, I've never been on a flight and it was ever comfortable. I've never been on a bus ride and it was ever comfortable. I've never been on a car ride and it was ever comfortable. I've never been on a train ride and it was ever comfortable. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. That's the thing about traveling. Traveling is never, I always get drowsy as shit when I travel. but I'm never comfortable. I can't never really get to sleep like I want to because I can't sleep sitting up in a car or sitting up in a plane or like that. You know, you like this. Like it's never, none of these forms of transportation are ever really comfortable unless, okay, you're in the train and you got your own little cart section, I guess, where you can lay down the thing. But even that's not comfortable. Unless you're driving in a RV and somebody's sleeping in the back of the RV while you're sleeping while somebody else is driving, that's not comfortable. No form of transportation is really like the most comfortable when you're traveling long distances. So what is she talking about? Let's keep it moving though.
While flying. Yeah. So again, this person says they were discriminated against. That her and her fiance, I'm guessing this guy right here, okay, they were, being discriminated against. I don't know, maybe got some dirty looks, right? People said mean things to them because they're big. Now, look, I've been on a lot of flights, and I can say I've never personally experienced this, right? I've never personally experienced people getting berated or picked on because of their size, okay? But I have read stories of people who have complained about sitting next to big people, okay? Because people who are, exceptionally big, they do take up a lot of space, and those seats are built for normal sized people, right? So when a abnormal sized person gets in one of those seats, yeah, they're gonna be taking up space, and they're gonna be rubbing against other folks. And a lot of people just don't want to be touched, right? They don't want to be touched.
And it means, yeah. So why they don't want to be touched? Because you're like, now you're making them uncomfortable. See, this is the thing, man. Like, people are so, it's all about me, 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 me. You know, that's all I see. It's, you never really think about if you taking up space is making somebody else uncomfortable. Your whole idea is the fact that the seat ain't big enough that it makes you uncomfortable. And you're definitely like taking up space with the next person. You're probably taking up half of their seat. The person who's probably by the window is probably um, in there bunched up and can't even move. Like, you know what? I've heard enough of this. It's just, how about lose some weight? How about drive? Don't fly. Like planes. This idea was supposed to make planes designed to accommodate plus size people, and we got to make all the seats big enough for plus size people. As long as they're big enough for plus size people, then they're big enough for the smaller size people as well. Guess what? The plane is not big enough. It's not big enough. The problem with these ideas that people come up with, these utopia ideas, these fairy tale imaginary world ideas, they don't think of this. They don't really think of the solution past their own asshole. It's like the people that say, "Oh, defund the police." They don't really think about the solution past their own asshole, because the solution isn't defund the police. The solution is reform, and reform is going to cost more money. That's the thing. Like, so we're supposed to redesign every single plane on the planet now to accommodate overweight people. And the solution is never for them to lose weight and to get healthier and to exercise. It's just got to be, we got to accommodate to their mistakes, to their fuck ups. No, I'm not in the business of accommodating to somebody else's fuck ups. My life doesn't revolve around accommodating to somebody else's fuck ups. I shouldn't have to feel uncomfortable because you made mistakes in life. You chose to let yourself get out of hand and overweight and unhealthy and obese. And people can sit there and try to say, oh, people are born that way, this, that, and the third. No, everybody can lose weight. They can lose weight. It gets to a point where they just let it get so out of hand, and it's really almost lost to that point where they just keep gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining. You know, because I walk every single day. I see a lot of people that make excuses. They just play the victim, want to use crutches in life. You know, I don't accept excuses, and I just don't feel sorry for too many people. Your life is what you make it, man. Your life is your own making. We're all gods of our own life, as far as I'm concerned. You're the god of your own life. You're the creator. You're like, at some point you have to be the creator of your life. Yeah, somebody brought you into this world. It's like The Wire. On that Wire, that episode where the dude said his mom told him, boy, I might have brought you in this world, but you the one that got to live in it. And sometimes you got to make your own path. You got to create your own way. You know, you can't just make excuses. And that's what overweight people do. They just make excuses, you know, because it just comes from a lack of discipline, lack of exercising, a lack of ambition, a lack of goals, just being lazy, man. These people they don't care. They just let themselves get out of hand. And, you know, rest of society pretty much has to take care of them because they can't even work. A lot of them can't even work properly. Like the lady she was riding the thing. She can't even probably work properly. So society pretty much has to take care of her. You know, that's not a strength. That's a weakness, man. Like, why are we out here giving awards out for weaknesses? We're in this participation trophy era where we're giving awards out for weaknesses, man. We're supposed to give awards out for strengths. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to Paul Pickett Podcast.